Hi, Helen.
Hi.
A bit spontaneous this, but I'm experiencing panic attacks, and I wonder if you could speak to them. Um, Not quite sure. Yeah, um, where they're coming from and what I can do about them from the little self.
So, first of all, can we just accept that um, you're never going to like them? So, can we? I know that sounds like an obvious thing to say, but can we get rid of this idea that there's a point somewhere in your spiritual evolution where you can gracefully get through them or something like that? Can we just throw that idea out? You're never going to like them or want them or enjoy them or anything like that. Can we start from that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And can we also say and understand that at any moment you're doing the best that you can with them? And that's always the case, even if your mind disagrees. Some days you might handle it better than others, but you also don't need to judge yourself for that, do you? Can you see this idea that there's some magical thing you can do with them and you just need to find what that is, something like that inside?
I tend to want to know where they're coming from.
Yeah. So that's the next thing, that the root cause of any fear at all, whether it's a very mild nerves or whether it's a very extreme panic, terror, that is going on, is this idea that you are a separate being. And although we may have realized this, the wisdom of it, our body, to whatever degree we realize that, our body can still be showing us that not all of our being is convinced yet. And sometimes that fear can come up even stronger after you've had some seeing or even just intellectually understood. Yeah. And that's probably what's happening for you at the moment. Because we cannot really deal with it at all as a small self, as the egoic self. We just have to kind of get through it, tolerate it, all of that. So that's the next thing is, I'm never going to like this, but I can begin to appreciate that this is happening because the self, the awareness, can handle this, can deal with it on some level. And maybe this is that love emerging, that I would never really choose to feel like this, but it's happening because my seeing is deepening, that I can finally feel this now. Whatever that is, if I can only feel 20% of it in this moment, I'll do that. Or 10% or 5% today. Just the understanding helps with that, doesn't it?
Yes, it helps hugely, actually, and I think that makes complete sense, because there is change. And it's like facing a different reality.
For me, after I'd had many seeings of what I really was, there were periods of just this intense fear. And it wasn't a new fear. It was just that I could finally feel it. It was cushioned by the peace and the understanding. And there were moments where I felt like it was going to overwhelm me and I had to challenge that idea. And it'd been there as a constant background my entire life on a low level, but it was finally able to kind of come to the surface. And part of the journey for me was just understanding that I'm never going to want to go through that. And that there isn't a place inside me where I go, yay, this is so much fun. But I can soften the blow with understanding why it's happening. Why is it coming up now? It doesn't mean I'm failing at this awakening. In fact, it means the opposite.
Yeah, thank you. That's really helpful, and I think it speaks to
Wonderful.
what's happening.
Just remember, if you can, that you're doing the best you can, always. Wonderful. Lovely to talk to you.